walk in the flame. Built my own throne, they just play the game. Whispers of legends, my name on the stone. Truth in my veins, I'm carved out of bone. Not like them, I'm a force unseen. Raw like the earth, sharp and keen. They talk the talk, but they break and rust. I rise from the ashes, I'm built to trust. Chains never bound me, they held their own. Freedom's a crown that I've always known. Words cut deeper like knives in the mist. A rebel's fire too strong to resist. Not like them, I'm a force unseen. Raw like the earth, sharp and keen. They talk the talk, but they break and rust. I rise from the ashes, I'm built to trust. Chains never bound me, they held their own. Freedom's a crown that I've always known. Words cut deeper like knives in the mist. A rebel's fire too strong to resist. Echoes of silence, the world's on mute. I speak in storms, they follow in suits. King of my rhythm, no script in my hand. This is my anthem, I'll make my stand. Not like them, I'm a storm untamed. Chasing the fire while they stay framed. They fade like smoke on the solid dust. Forever unbroken, I rise, I trust.
Good evening, beautiful YouTube people. How is everybody doing today? Hopefully, you guys are staying warm and cozy. Because let me tell you where I'm at. Honey. We about to bust this popsicle stand, okay? It is freezing like, I forgot winter could be this cold. I forgot winter could get this cold, man. Like, for real. I'm like, okay, I am done. I am so done right now with this winter, okay? Hope you guys are staying warm. Make sure you wear gloves out. I'm going to tell you, I went outside for a few minutes and I did not put my gloves on. I said, Lord Jesus, I thought I had the damn frostbite. Oh my goodness. So let's see let's do some roll call here. We have Cato, we have Tina, we have Hillbilly, we have JP, we have Cato, Hummingbird is in the house, Cajun Girlies here. Let's see, TT, Lila, Jalen, Lila, Cato, Allie. Okay, everybody's here. We got everybody in the room this evening. I was Lorna Wells. Hi, Lady K. Try. No problem. Yep, heading to Michigan to Texas. Man, I want to tell you what. DMJ, good to see you. Miss Katie, good to see you. It's very cold here in West Virginia. Yeah, I heard that it's kind of going all the way down south. You know what I mean? So, chickens got their heaters in their coop. Man, I'm going to tell you what. Fire up the damn heaters in the chicken coop. People are going to freeze to death. Well, I'm glad that you're here too. I'm glad that you guys taking the time out today to come and visit me for a few minutes. I know that Mr. Aggressive Defiance has a live scheduled at 6. We'll be done. It's okay. For Sunflower, good to see you. Chilly in Florida. That's what I was told by some of my friends there. So, but I wanted to know if you guys had seen Hence's new video, and I kind of wanted to get your pulse on how you're feeling about it. Henson, I'm going to pull it up here. We're going to watch it real quick. I'm going to drop the link. I'm not sure if you guys seen it or not, but I found it interesting, his point of view on this. So let me go. I don't know why I went to that. To his channel, and it's a video. Big Ugly Henson. All right. Let me go ahead and share the link here. Let me grab it so I can share it. If you guys go over and like the video and also watch it, it's about 3 hours out, and thought it was interesting point of view. We had talked about this a little bit over over some time, a couple maybe a couple months ago, how we were kind of feeling about BJ and the rest of the family. Um, really kind of taken the back seat to what's going on with their family, um, the Whitaker family. So we had talked about this. We offered BJ some rehabilitation, some links to some rehabilitation. But keep in mind, everybody's bottom when they're addicted to any type of substances looks different than yours or mine or hers. So you may think that she's at the bottom of the barrel, but it may not be her bottom, you know. But it does. I've been saying this. I am very disappointed in the entire Whitaker family. And this isn't the first time I'm saying this because Big Ugly Henson said it. I have a whole video. Can't watch it now because it's privated. But we did a whole video discussing the lack of compassion and caregiving that the entire Whitaker family that lives by Betty and Larry, the lack of support that they seem to have. And it's kind of, you know, interesting. Hey, AB, good to see you. Did I skip? It's good to see you, honey. So let's go ahead and watch this. I did drop Big Ugly Henson's link in the chat. If you'd be so kind to go over and subscribe to him, he puts out a lot of different videos, and I want you guys to no, keep an eye out for his videos. Okay, keep an eye out. All right. Oh, here we go. We're gonna listen.
Big Ugly Henson here. Now, everybody on here likes making videos telling Eric and Patrick to pay the Whitakers their money. Everybody on here wanting to hang Eric and Patrick. But folks, I think you all need to focus on the root of the problem. The problem that was there before Eric and Patrick, and the problem is still there now.
And that's what we had discussed. The problem. Hey, gamer girl, it's good to see you. I hope you had a great holiday. The problem that this is true. The BJ situation went all the way back with Mark Latea. Let's not forget, right? Mark Latea had gotten a phone call from BJ stating that her father Larry was deceased and that she needed funeral clothes money. And he sent her the funeral clothes money. And then he came there to, be supportive of the family because allegedly Larry had passed away. And even people even questioned Betty at the time, like she just kind of agreed. But I want to make something clear from my point of view, from my opinion. This is everything that I'm saying on this podcast today is based on my observation of public videos. It's do your own research, form your own opinion on the information you gather across other podcasters. Okay, do your own research. This is not a fact channel. This is for entertainment purposes only. And I am not responsible for chatters. What they put in the chat, they're grown. Get with them. And let's go ahead. But BJ has done a lot to their family. Okay. In my opinion, through the years, BJ has done wrong, but she is their family, not Eric. And that is true. That is true. BJ is the family of the Whitakers. But when you come to now we have people wanting to help the Whitaker family, but can we really help the Whitaker family if someone that is involved daily, that lives right next door to them, that takes all of the resources given to the Whitaker family? Okay, let's just listen.
And that's BJ Whitaker. Now I know this is not going to be popular, but I don't care about being popular. BJ Whitaker has bullied her way and taken all of the money, everything that Timmy and Ray and Lorraine have worked for. BJ has taken and wasted. Folks, it ain't that hard. If B.J. Whitaker cared anything about Timmy Ray and Lorraine,
This is a gentleman that's been doing some videos on this. Gamer girl. His name's Big Ugly Henson. Let me drop his link in the chat again. Paste. Can you get me to Elizabeth or Gloria? I have some information that might be of interest to them. If you can, I would appreciate it. Love your show. The only thing I can do is you can email me and I will pass the information on. I don't give out people's personal information unless I have permission to. Right, Gamer Girl. He's been around though for a while. So let me put my email in here for you. I can pass the information on. And if they want to get connected, I will 100% make sure that you find a way. Okay? You would cringe at the things my son has done over the years due to addiction, but I'm always here for him. Absolutely. Let me make something clear. Just because we're discussing someone's situation and being addicted doesn't mean that they don't need to be treated with respect. And I've said this before. If there is a breath left in that person that is an active addiction, they're still breathing. There is hope for them. Okay. And I believe the same with BJ. And people that are addicted, they do horrible things to their families. They steal, they lie, they manipulate and just to get access to the drug or whatever that drug is. Alcohol, drugs, whatever it is that their addiction is, right? They do horrible things, things that they would not do if they had a sober mind. So whenever you're talking to someone with an addiction, you're talking to that whatever they're addicted to. You're not really having a meaningful conversation with the person. And that's unfortunate. But there is always hope.
or Betty, or her daddy Larry, she would have been helping take care of Timmy Ray and Lorraine. She would have been there helping to keep them safe. She would have been there helping keep the house picked up for Betty, because Betty is up there in age. And BJ, if she cared anything about them, she would have stepped in and done something besides take all the money and blow it. She done this with Mark. She would call Mark up, even though Mark didn't have no obligation to her. BJ felt like she was owed money somehow from Mark filming Timmy Ray and Lorraine and Betty. She got to where she got accustomed to getting her way. And she does. She gets her way. She got money out of Mark. And then whenever that started to dry up, she killed off her daddy. Her daddy was dead.
Yes, you absolutely are.
Even though Larry is still alive and kicking. And right there, she should have went to jail. Whenever you're claiming a family member's died from money, she should have been arrested then and held accountable. I don't know why she keeps getting loose unless she's ratting on somebody, because anybody else would have went to jail. Now, if West Virginia State Police are investigating Patrick and Eric, they definitely need to be investigating BJ, because we all have found out now that BJ took that money from Betty that Mark meant to raise to build a house for Timmy Ray and Lorraine to have a decent house to live in. But BJ did not let that happen. BJ took that money and wasted it. Her son took some money and wasted it, and it wasn't their place or their right. And then Eric and Patrick come in, and BJ once again, she wasn't no part of that contract. Eric and Patrick wasn't filming her for money. Yet BJ calls Eric up wanting $300. And that's when things started getting off the rails, because BJ didn't get her money. Now, I know that's hard for you people to understand that are high and mighty on let's punish Eric and let's punish Patrick. But folks, BJ is the original problem. Betty will never be reunited with Timmy Ray and Lorraine with BJ acting the way she's acting and taking all the money the way she's taking. And now nobody can blame Eric and Patrick.
Well, I think that they're older and they don't want to go up against BJ every day that she wants money or wants access to the vehicle. Now, remember that the gentleman had brought a van and that was for Betty and Larry to use. It was their van. Do you guys think that they have access to that van when they want it, when they need it? Do you think that that van is just for BJ and she runs around? People aren't there. We're on social media. But people that live near the Whitaker family, that go and visit the Whitaker family, it's being said that, you know, they very seldom have access to the van that was given to them. And that's a shame. That's a shame. What if they need to get to a doctor or to a hospital? They'll have to call an ambulance, which is like probably over 45 minutes away. All right. So, you know, and I've had a video out there about BJ before, that she needs to get herself into rehab and straighten her life out so she can help take care of her elderly family that has provided her a lot of money through the years, if you think about it. Hey, too much, Mom.
That BJ is taking off Gary to give a van to Larry
Yeah,
and
you can't
Betty
walk her
to get back
cabin.
and forth to court to get back Timmy Ray and Lorraine. Yet BJ, even though the van wasn't for BJ keeps that van. BJ don't have a job, so why does BJ need to run the roads? Why does she need a van? Don't you all think that Betty making it back and forth to court, or being able to have that van whenever she's able to get visitation, having access to that van to be able to go see Timmy Ray and Lorraine? See, folks,
I didn't see your message. So, do you have something that's loading, Hillbilly? You want me to play? Yeah, I'll play it. I'm just going to make sure that I'm off here by 6 because I know that AD has something scheduled, and it was already scheduled out. Not that I have to, it's just common courtesy. I don't have to end, but I know that we share subscribers. So,
if we're going to talk helping Betty and helping Timmy Ray and Lorraine, then we need to nip the main problem in the bud because it keeps happening. BJ is so down in her addiction that she don't even care if Betty and Larry freeze to death. Gary brought a propane tank to warm
and
them.
I wanted to tell you guys, this is becoming a very serious situation. What he's about to tell you, yes, it's fair. No problem, Hillbilly. No, you don't have to play it. It just relates to Henson saying from Mark Latea. Yeah, I'll play it, babe, if you want me to. Yeah, I'll play it. But this situation is getting to be drastic. Okay, there is no propane. There's hardly any wood there. You would know this because people are letting us know. Okay, I know this because certain people that are around that area that are going to that house that live close, they're letting us know. All right, so I'm telling you, this is not a good situation with the heating in the middle of the winter right now,
Her house, and BJ stole one of them.
and it's still
The one
gone.
that was hooked up, she left alone, but the one that was full, waiting to be hooked up next, she took and brought back empty.
Correct.
You see, folks, I don't see what's so hard about it. How does BJ entitled to the $153,000 GoFundMe house money meant for Betty, Ray, and Lorraine, and Ray or Timmy? Why does BJ get rewarded yet puts in the work? Why does BJ keep sabotaging her Aunt Betty and her daddy Larry? See, folks, if BJ don't get help with her problem, she's liable to end up dead or in jail. She needs to be in jail. If she don't want to go to rehab, she needs to go to jail. If Patrick and Eric are going to be responsible for paying back money or paying money that Timmy Ray and Lorraine earned, rightfully so, then BJ and her son need to start paying back the money they took from Betty. Because that money wasn't meant for them to have a new vehicle. That money wasn't meant for them at all. That money was meant to go to a house for Betty, Larry. I don't know about Larry, but Betty, Timmy, Lorraine, and Ray. That money was meant for them. Them three earned the money. Yet BJ took it all. So, folks, if you all want to help Betty and you all want to help Timmy, Ray, and Lorraine, we all know now that one of Adult Services' reasons for taking Timmy, Ray, and Lorraine is because EPO was dropped. Because I don't care what anybody says about a shoe being throwed or whatever. There was some stuff that happened, and BJ is guilty for it. There is a reason why dropping EPO on BJ immediately got Adult Services to come and take Timmy, Ray, and Lorraine away out of the house. BJ didn't help the three.
And if you guys remember on the audio, it was asked 3 times if Miss Betty wanted to drop it. They asked 3 times. Okay. I agree with that too. The rebel guy, had Larry not bonded BJ out of jail, there would probably be a totally different outcome to this story. Very well could be. Yes. I agree. BJ was never the content, and that's the truth. Yeah, BJ was never the content, in my opinion. No, I wouldn't know. I want her. Now, let me tell you, you cannot like somebody, okay, in the way that they carry themselves and still wish them to get recovery. Okay, so before all the little hate channels out here that been sucking on my titties, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that you can dislike an addict's action and still have compassion, empathy, and sympathy with boundaries. You understand? But I can tell that the hate channels, they don't even know what a boundary is or what a therapist is. That's very clear. Anyway, you could still not like the person, but still hope for their recovery. But you have to set up some boundaries. And unfortunately, Betty and Larry have never set boundaries for anyone that's addicted in their family, and they run amok. And that's just my opinion. And that doesn't discredit Larry or Betty. That doesn't mean I don't care what happens to them in their life. It means that I do care what happens to them in their life. All right. But we were talking about generational trauma. Remember 3 months ago, people, when we had this generational trauma that we were talking about? It's going back. It's going full circle now. I guess we were just ahead of the time. Wasn't we over here? We were over here ahead of the time. All right. But if you have lived any life with any substance, you would understand that this person needs to be in recovery. She is not helping her family at all. She is hurting, in my opinion, from my observation. She is not helping them. She is hurting them by not having given them access to their vehicle, taking their heat source away, not checking on them. Okay, with other things that I know that I'm like, listen, chick, get your ass into rehab.
BJ didn't help Betty. BJ ain't helping nobody but herself. Still yet, even though she caused the family to be split up.
Exactly.
She's still not helping. She's still part of the problem. So, folks, if you all want to report donated money being gone and not used correctly, then I think you all need to call West Virginia State Police and say, hey, Betty and her sons need to start getting a job and paying back that $153,000 they owe Betty and Timmy and Lorraine and Ray, who it's meant for. Because it ain't fair to hold Eric and Patrick accountable and not hold BJ accountable. BJ keeps getting away with it. Even the scam of her daddy dying to get money, she got away with it. She might have burnt down a trailer to cover up stealing a box full of money. And, Larry had a $17,000 GoFundMe, and it didn't cost $17,000 to clean up that mess. So did BJ get that too? Why does BJ get everything while Timmy, Ray, and Lorraine get nothing? Why does BJ and her sons entitled to everything while Betty, Ray, Timmy, and Lorraine are paying the price? If you all want to help Betty, get BJ some rehab or get BJ some jail. Thank you.
We had offered over here on this channel, we had offered to try to connect her to a rehabilitation center, but you cannot make anyone go and get rehabilitated. You cannot get them to even admit that they may say, yeah, I got a problem, but that doesn't mean that they want help. All right. They're going to have to, and they're never going to, in my opinion, she's not going to reach the bottom if people keep helping Betty and she keeps stealing what Betty's given. All right. She hounds. Just imagine sitting in your living room. You don't have much. You're sitting in your living room, and here rolls the van. You see the van. You hear the door pop open. The van door opens. Out gets BJ. Comes to the house. Betty, give me some money. I don't have any money, BJ. Like hell you don't. Give me some effing money, Betty. And just keep nagging and nagging and nagging and nagging until she's like, here, take what I have. All right. Wakes her up in the middle of the night talking about, give me some money, Betty. All right. This happens. If I'm not telling the truth, I will be struck dead. Okay, and we don't like to say that because my dad's already rise from the grave, didn't he? All right, I am telling you what's honestly has been happening. All right. Thanks for clearing that up. I have one more question. Let's see what it was. Problem is, Betty went alone and give BJ the money. Nothing illegal about that. But could she have been coerced? Could she feel intimidated? What was it just because on her free will? All right. She is an elderly person. So that may not be 100% true. Also, why I think the neighbors stay away. Yeah, that could be. I want to mess with old BJ. That's not the truth. Betty does not give the shit is taken. And that's what we're hearing. We're hearing that the stuff is taken. She'll hound, or just take it. All right. When you have to sleep with your keys, purse, meds under your pillow, right? And people that have had someone in their life that has been addicted, you guys know the drill. She didn't create addiction. BJ didn't create addiction and how people carry their life. Okay. You got to hide your purse. You got to hide your keys. You got to hide your firstborn because everything will be sold. All right. To get that fix. You know it and I know it. How many people are living on the streets right now addicted to crack cocaine here in Chicago? Want me to take you and show you some? And let me put $5 down and say, hold this for me. Them bastards will be gone. All right. Getting a $5 rock is what they'll be doing. All right. But that doesn't mean that they can't find recovery. You know what I mean? So let's jump over here to Hillbilly said she had something she wanted to share. It's a short, right? Hopefully it'll come up. Lainey Wilson. Let's see if she just put it up. I should get in my notifications. There it is. Okay. Let's go ahead and play this. Let me share the screen. All right. All right, here we go. This is Hillbilly. Let me see if I can share. I'll get her link as soon as we are done here so I can share her link and I'll get it. Here we go. Got the volume up. Okay.
Mark, I'm sorry. I don't know anything about this. If you could just help me this one time.
This makes my skin crawl.
I don't know what to do anymore.
This is summer of 2023.
I'm just asking you, can you send me $150? I promise after I get everything's arrangements for my dad. I never thought today would be the day I would lose my dad.
Wow, you got to be a ballsy MFer. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Your name change, Lady Cat, was like, who's a friend? Somebody called me a frantic flower gamer girl. They didn't call me a whole damn, and I'll have some shorts for that too. Oh, this is cringe.
I received the message you just heard from Larry's daughter, BJ, about a week ago. BJ has been asking me for money to help pay for her father's funeral, obituary, and yesterday she texted me to ask for money for clothes for Betty, Lorraine, Ray, and Timmy to wear to Larry's funeral. So I thought I'd fly out.
So right here, let me see if I can make it. I was going to see if you can help out with money so I can go get them something to wear to the funeral. I understand you helped me pay $800, but if you can do this for me, I would really appreciate it. They have nothing good to wear. If you can, please let me know while I'm out the house. Phone is out. Mark, can you please send me enough money to where we can make it down to the graveyard and back? Whoa! Wow. To the graveyard. Let's really read this, folks. Mark, Can you please send me enough money to where we can make it down to the graveyard and back, please? Hey, Mark, is there any way you can send me like 250 so I can get Betty, Timmy, Lorraine, and Ray, and it's something nice to wear to the funeral tomorrow? There will be a Facebook Live starting at 3 p.m. My dad's service. Please message me and let me know. And I was going to see if you could send me $300 to help my sister pay for the dinner we are doing also. Everything will be live so everyone can see it. Wow. This is rough, guys.
Out to West Virginia to go to Larry's funeral, which is today. No one knows we're coming. And I spoke to Betty about Larry's death, and she confirmed what BJ had told me, that Larry had passed away. So something still seems off, and I'm going to surprise everyone and see what I can find out.
What are you doing, baby?
What are you doing?
I talked to you last night.
I know, I move fast.
Dude. There he is, baby. I see you.
That's a beautiful hello. So I'm here to go to Larry's funeral.
Larry's funeral.
Larry's funeral is today.
Larry did die.
He said Larry didn't die. Damn.
But BJ told me.
Hey, what BJ tell you?
BJ told me the funeral's today.
And he said Larry didn't die. And he's like, what?
3 o'clock.
Larry didn't die.
Look at Betty. Larry didn't die.
Well, that's BJ for you.
What you wanted for?
What's that?
I said, you know what you want?
I know what she wants the money for, but when she
Betty said, you know what she wants it for? And he's like, yeah, I know what she wants it for.
was telling me this, I'm across the country. I don't know what's going on. I feel bad that Larry passed away. And here's a daughter crying hysterically over losing her dad, so I felt bad. So I sent her some money to help with the funeral. I don't know. I don't have time to fly across the country every time somebody makes a claim. So I trusted her. And I was trying to call you, but you never answered the phone. And I finally told her, look, I'm not going to do anything until I talk to Betty. I'm not going to even talk to you. I'm not going to give you anything. I'm not going to send anything until I talk to Betty. So then she put you on the phone. And I asked you about Larry dying, and you go, yeah, he's dead.
What? Mark, I'm sorry. I don't know anything about this. If you could just help me this one time. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm just asking you, can you send me $150? I promise after I get everything's arrangements for my dad. I never thought today would be the day I would lose my dad.
Wow. Well, how do you guys feel? Betty is scared of BJ. Betty said BJ made her. Yeah. Betty lied for BJ too. Yep. I think that Betty was told to say that. Okay, I think, in my opinion, I wasn't there, but absolutely the acting that she put on, she needed to be an actor. All right, she needs to be an actor. Because holy shit. What is Hillbilly's channel name, please? I'm going to drop her link here if I can. It was in my notifications. You started early, aggressive. Come on, man.
If you don't,
Whoop.
if you don't like me,
Let me go ahead and go to her thing so I can share it out. Yeah, I'll just copy this. That'll take you to it. All right. There we go. All right. Even if BJ made her, she could have easily called him back when she went off and spent the money, right? Yeah, I think that, but here's the deal. I think that Betty doesn't like confrontation. She just wants it well enough alone, right? She's just like, I'm not going to argue with BJ. I don't want to have a spat with her because it's could potentially get aggressive. Betty said Larry was the only one that had Mark's number. Mm-mm-mm. Does Betty know how to do that, though? Oh, that's why she said Larry was the only one that had Mark's number. Betty couldn't call him back, call Mark back. Yeah, so people have different opinions on it. Um, on the way we're feeling about BJ. But we've had this conversation before about BJ and the way that her addiction affects the Whitaker family. And it's been aired, it's been filmed. This right here about Larry dying, getting money, even money, people. She asked for gas money to the graveyard. Like, seriously? But we don't think that that's a problem. I mean, I'm just asking for a few friends, right? Betty also says later in that video, BJ takes her phone, right? Art, I believe that too. Larry is not a victim, he is an enabler. I think that both can be true at the same time, Bonnie. In my opinion, I think that both can be true at the same time. I think that he does want to help his daughter and give his daughter what she wants, but also Larry is also a victim of BJ from my point of view. Keep in mind, we're not talking about people that are in their 40s or 50s or 60s. These folks are in their 70s now. There is no respect from BJ to the elders in her family. That's very, I mean, you're going to lie about your dad dying. All right. So, um, yes, he's elder, and I feel bad for him, but he needs to stop enabling BJ. Bonnie Journey, I think that's very easy to be said, right? But whenever you're in seclusion, out in the middle of nowhere, 45 minutes to the nearest area, about damn near it, I'm assuming, then you feel isolated. All right, you know. BJ runs that family. I believe that too. In my opinion, it's not just the addiction. BJ is a garbage human. She also went up too fast. Yeah, that's as low as you can go, man, for me. BJ is garbage human. She always been a terrible person. I'm willing to bet she was an awful bully as a kid too. Yeah, I don't know. Let someone do that to my 7-year-old dad and see what happens. Absolutely. And that's the thing that I feel very disappointed in the entire Whitaker family because they know how BJ runs amok. BJ will not return the van most days, people. Okay? She stole the heat source, my friends, with no gives a fuck. She called another man that does podcast, which is Mark, and said that her father died and she needed graveyard gas money. The hell out of here with that weird ass shit. That's as low as you can go. And it is a hell of a lie. All right. How much education does Betty have because she started taking care of the family? Yeah, I remember that at age 12. How did she get the van? She just takes the van. She takes the van, gamer girl. Like, give me the van. She takes the van. They have to do what they tell them to do. And it's sad those grandkids stand up for I'm saying, Lee, let me tell you what, if I try to pull some okie dokie shit like that, I have, my nieces and nephews are adults. They would be like, what? Okay. Like it wouldn't happen. The state should gone off after BJ for elder abuse for verbal and mental abusing them. Barb Hill. A lot of people think that way. A lot of people think that way. Gamer Girl, yeah, the van was, how'd they get the van? Oh, I'm sorry if I misread it. It was donated. Yet Betty didn't call police on BJ about taking the gas. Pretty much they're used to BJ doing whatever she wants. Yep, they're used to BJ coming in doing whatever. They're left with the scraps of whatever BJ doesn't want. And she may be back for those scraps. So you better watch out. Okay? Hey, I'm not making this shit up. Mark Latea is showing you, folks. We are telling you the same stories, but no one's believing us. That's why Betty didn't get approved to have Thanksgiving dinner with the three. She stayed gone too long, and the courthouse was already closed. And that is BJ's fault. Okay, so the people that are over there rooting for BJ, I want you guys to read Hillbilly. That's why Betty didn't get approved to have Thanksgiving dinner with the other three. She stayed gone too long, and the courthouse was already closed. BJ keeps the damn van. People have to come from other states to take them to the court dates, my friends. Why? Because BJ has the Whitaker van. It wasn't gifted to BJ Whitaker. It was gifted to Larry and Betty. Why do other people like, why don't this? Why does this? Why won't BJ keep her filthy paws off the fucking van, everybody? So they can make it to their court dates. People are driving 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours one way to take them to court dates, my friends. Why? Because BJ and her fucking low-life boyfriend is stealing their freaking vehicle and keeping it for weeks on end, my friends. Okay? So who should be held accountable here? I'm not saying that there wasn't anything that went down with Eric and Patrick. I'm not saying all that. The courts are going to court. They're going to do that. Okay? We're talking about in today, right now, this very moment, if BJ, if the Whitaker family needed to go to the hospital, BJ has the van. She's not there. Can't get a hold of her. She might come home tomorrow, the next day. It's not her van. It wasn't gifted to her. Yeah, the court will find out when it comes on. That shit right there. We're thinking about the necessities that are not being met right now. Yes, BJ needs to go to rehab and have an intervention. And if she doesn't, make her leave. Larry needs to do that. Absolutely. Larry, it's time for Larry to buck up, bucko, and tell BJ to stay the hell off the property. Give me back my damn keys to my van and get the hell on somewhere. Because I'm going to tell you, they still have not had an opportunity to see the three. They couldn't see him on Thanksgiving because they didn't make the court date because BJ had the van. All right? They're never going to see their family if they can't make it to these court dates on time because BJ has the van. Why should someone drive 10 hours away to take them to an hour court date and then drive back? That's 20 hours. That's gas. No one asking for, no, ain't nobody giving no gas money. No one's paying for their hotels to stay. Why? Because BJ's funky ass won't give her daddy back the van to get Betty to the court date. BJ won't bring her funky ass back home on time so Betty can get to a doctor's appointment. BJ won't get her funky ass back to get Larry to the grocery store. BJ won't get her funky ass back to go get some propane so that her family can have fucking heat. And I can keep going on and on and on about what BJ won't do. Let me tell you what, if that was, and I'll call her heifer. Someone said, she calls BJ heifer. That's right. Listen here, you motherfucking heifer. Get your ass back to Odd West Virginia and take that damn van back to your family and get to skipping on down the motherfucking road. Toddy One Skip, they over there, they think you the best, motherfucker. Okay, go live with Toddy One Skip and Kathy, BJ. They think that you're, everything. Maybe they can get you into rehab. They're out here doing God's work. Over here on a keyboard doing type, keep. Everybody doing this and that. I ain't seen one of them heifers drive anywhere to take anybody to no fucking court date. But I know people that have, and one of them people might be me. Okay? Why? Because there's no fucking van. We have no propane. We have very limited wood to keep it warm. We're talking about elderly people here. But let's go ahead and lay out the red carpet for fucking BJ. I've been talking about this situation 2 to 3 months ago. This isn't something that we just decided to talk about over here on this channel. We have been talking about the repercussions of BJ's addiction. No, she hasn't, gamer girl. BJ got it made now. No transparency. They still get donations without hassle of the 3. Absolutely. And that's what my friends that have this. Here's why I'm speaking out. Because my support group that helps people, they're like, listen, we're not going to give BJ shit. We're done. And I understand it. And I'm not upset about it. Well, I like all content creators are not going to choose. No, honey, don't. You don't have to. You don't have to choose. I can have my opinion. You have your opinion about people, and I can have my opinion about people. They have no problem giving their opinion about me. Okay? What, I'm supposed to always take the high road? Why? Why do I have to always take the high road and not give my opinion about people? They have no problem. They said I had a mental issue. They said that I drink alcohol. I haven't drank a freaking taste of liquor for over 20 years. I think it's disgusting. Okay? I think it's gross. I don't drink. But they can talk about me all they want, but I'd be damned if I give my opinion about them. Well, let me tell you something. It's freedom of speech, and it works. It's a two-way fucking highway over here. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Tell them that in their chat when they start in on me. Okay? Would you do me a favor and do that? Or, no, actually, let them keep talking because they look like idiots. Because they're not talking real truth here today, people. They're not talking about Betty being cold. They're not talking about not getting able to get to the courthouse. Okay? They're talking about they're playing motherfucking tiddlywinks with people. Am I being blocked again? Danny, you're not blocked. Okay, I got you, girl. Don't apologize for sticking to your guns. I will not apologize for sticking to my guns. I can't. Because I know what I know behind the scenes, and I know it's getting to be a desperate situation, okay, for just a heat source, people, because they can't go get propane on free will, because BJ has the van. Okay? The truth is the truth, and there ain't nothing but the truth, so help us God. And I told you guys I would come with the receipts, and I showed it. And then I read in the chat, "Oh, that doesn't show anything." Are you freaking a moron or what? Are you okay, man? Like, are you okay? All right, go talk to your fucking pastor, okay? Because I showed you exactly what it needed to show. So, what is Betty doing to keep warm? I think that they have a little bit of wood. But when the time is right, I think we'll be able to say it's a situation. Florida life in the sun. It's a situation. I agree with Bonnie and love how. Oh, Lady K. Hi, Lady K in chat. Is frantic flower? Yes, it's a frantic flower. I'll change it back in 14 days, guys. Right. Night Larry needs to go and get a warrant on BJ and help right now. I think so. Lady K, no matter what you show, people just want to argue because absolutely. That's why I'm like, I don't know if there is. I think that um I don't know. I think that there's someone in the back. Well, I know that there's someone in the back trying to see what can be done. Okay. Um Carol, there you go. It's horrible. Um yeah, I'm so sad about the heat. They're all old. They are. They are. So I think that there's a little bit of wood being given to them. It's $100 a load, and I know that they'll be getting some more. Someone needs to drop off Betty a bunch of electric heaters, but then BJ, right? That's the thing. Really, gamer girl, they have no heat. Um, it's limited. They have to be very scarce, and also, I want you guys to understand some. Okay, there's the flu going around, right? So it could be a potential that one of them gets sick. They can't keep the heat blazing. The smoke from the wood could potentially make someone not feel too good. Right, guys? Am you guys following me here? Are you following me here? Okay, I'm trying without just saying. All right, I'm trying here. They need the propane tanks filled back up, and BJ needs to keep her paws off the shit. I'm wondering if the propane runs the burner. There is a wood stove and there is wood heat. But right, I mean, I want you guys to think, okay, there is a super flu bug going around. Okay? We have elderly people. Okay? We have a wood stove that's being utilized. Think about that. Let's put all those scenarios together. All right. Let me check to see if AD's live because I don't want to skip over his life. He had his scheduled out. Let's see if he's live because we can come over here and talk about this all anytime, right? Um, let's see if he's live or not. Oh, he is. He's reviewing the same. Well, he's reviewing the same thing I was too. So we can. I have it. I shit my pants. Seriously, it's really bad this way. I'm telling you, I was not feeling too well either. I hadn't been on. Um, I'm just gonna say that I don't ever come up here and tell you guys any of my situation because I don't need. My husband takes fine care of me, and so does my daughter. When I didn't feel good, it's fine. Smoking lungs is really bad. Absolutely. Now you guys are dropping what I'm picking down. Okay, you guys are picking up what I'm dropping. Okay. Thank you, guys. Okay, you guys are feeling me. Okay. Addicts will take anything that isn't nailed down. Amen to that, AB. Amen to that. I'm invisible. Thanks, YouTube. I see you, Gotham. Yes, I had the flu bug since December 17th and having trouble with breathing due to lungs. There you go. Elderly people um aren't always too, easy to bounce back. Yes, we got you. Okay, I was like, okay, I want to make sure you guys are understand. You can get pneumonia and the flu and all. Yes, exactly. So we have to think about their age. We got to think about their health. Oh yeah, I see you. YouTube made me hey flies made me invisible for a bit too. Yeah, YouTube's been doing weird ass shit. All right. So if you guys want to continue on this conversation after AD's live, or we can go over there and listen to AD, or we can schedule for something after his show is over so we can continue. We can go back and we can review one of our videos that we did a couple months ago about BJ. I've already been talking about this for a couple of months. Whenever I see a problem, I have to go to the source of the issue. The source of the issue has been and is continuing to be BJ because of the active addiction and the family that's an active addiction that keep taking. So, I don't. We can come back and talk. That dry ass heat will kill you. It's a different type of heat. That's free. That's for sure. Please, someone in the area, turn her in on their behalf. You know, I think some people are working on how to get the best help for the Whitakers, you know. But they are, Carol, they are. They're splitting the wood and everything and carrying it in. Yes, they are. That's what they're doing, Carol, because there's no propane. I'm already been to urgent care, video with my doctor and video with lung doctors. It's hard on them. There you go, DMJ. Now you guys are getting it. All right, let's end this. Go over, and whenever you guys run over to AD's live, you know how we do it. We make sure that we go in with a Lady K welcome. You say, Lady K sent me with the flower. All right, guys, don't do me wrong, for the love of God. All right, I'll see you over there in the chat. We'll see you over there in 2 and 2. All right, I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out. We'll keep discussing this. All right. Thanks, guys, for coming over for about an hour. Much respect. See you in a few over in AD's chat. Bye.